All right, Better Booty month 2, week 1, day 1. And each of the days for the entire week will be the same for each week of the month. So day 1 will be the same on week 2 as it is on week 1, and so on through the rest of the month, with the exception of adding weight to exercises so that I continue to challenge myself as I progress through the month. Today is very cardio heavy. And for this, I'm going to use 2 cardio options. One's for the Tabata and one's for the ladder. The cardio ladder is 100 meters as fast as I can, 200 meters at a moderate pace, 300 fast, 400 moderate, 500 fast, followed by a Tabata, which is 8 rounds of 40 seconds of cardio with a 10-second break. Then on to the strength round, where I'll be doing 15 reps of each of the exercises for 3 sets. So I have tricep dips to banded hip abduction, banded feet elevated glute bridges, banded goblet squats, remove the band, finish that up with bicep curls to dumbbell thrusters, and a bent over row to tricep kickbacks. Ending with the core finisher for 2 rounds, I have 15 V sit-outs, 15 Russian twists. As I progress through the month, I'll probably add weight to those Russian twists, like with an 8-pound medicine ball, and a plank of my choice, whichever plank I would like to do for that 1 minute. So 2 rounds of the finisher. And that is day 1. Tricep dips with knee banded hip abduction. And originally when I was planning this, I was planning to do the dip, come up, and then abduct my hips, but instead I'm going to keep my hips abducted the entire time by pushing out on this band with my knees the entire time as I do the dips. So something with tricep dips, you want to make sure that you're actually using your arms to power the movement and not using your legs to push yourself back up. So knees are out, pushing really hard against that band as I come down to do the dips. Woo, it's a good time. Banded feet elevated glute bridges I have shown before, but you want your band just above your knees. Elevate your feet. Key point with this type of bridge is that you want to keep your hips abducted the entire time by pushing out on the band as you raise yourself up and down. So you want to bring your booty up to full extension, squeezing or pushing out on the band and squeezing your glutes as you come up and down. So down. Notice I'm continually pushing my knees out. I don't let them cave in. So push out the entire time as you come up and as you come down. For the goblet squats, your band stays still right above your knees. Hold. You can do these with dumbbells or you can do them with kettlebells. I happen to be using a 20-pound kettlebell, and you hold your kettlebell or your dumbbell like a goblet and you squat. Again, keeping those hips abducted, pushing out on that band the entire time that you are doing those squats. Bicep curl to dumbbell thruster. For the bicep curl, I usually keep my feet about shoulder width apart. Nice bend in the knees. You don't want to lock out your knees. Nice soft knees. Your standard bicep curl. For the thruster, you're going to squat down and explode those dumbbells up over your head, pushing your head through. Notice as I bring my hands up, I'm going to twist them around so that my wrists are facing forward as I bring those up over my head, because you don't want to put undue pressure on your elbows by going straight up like this. Not all that comfortable, so you want to make sure you flip those dumbbells around. So standard bicep curl, squat, thrust up. Bicep curl, squat, thrust. And that's the bicep curl to dumbbell thruster. Bent over row to tricep kickback. For this, you want your feet about hip width apart. You're going to hinge at the hip, keeping a flat back. You don't want to be arched and you don't want to be rounded. You want to keep your back nice and flat. For the row, your elbows are going to stay close to your body as you bring them back. And for the tricep kickback, you're going to push those dumbbells back, engaging those triceps, and repeating the motion. Again, maintain a flat back. Don't be arched. Don't be rounded. Nice flat back. Elbows in tight. Kick back. And that's the bent over row to tricep kickback. V sit out. Now, this is a core exercise. It's a little more of an advanced core exercise. But for the V sit out, you're not going to be starting in a lying position. You'll be sitting on your bum. You're basically going to make your body as long as you can and then come back in and compress. Almost like you're going to give yourself a hug. So feet off the ground. You lean back. Arms up over your head. Shoulders are off the floor. Compress yourself back in like you're going to give yourself a hug. If you need balance, you can actually like hold on to your knees for a second and then come back out. Again, shoulders stay off the ground. And that is the V sit out. Russian twists. Russian twists are very similar in their setup as the V sit out. You are going to be sitting as upright as you can on your bum. You're going to lift your feet and then you just tap side to side, keeping those feet in the air and twisting your torso to tap. You can make these a little more difficult by adding a weight, whether that's a dumbbell or in this case, this is a medicine ball, an 8-pound medicine ball. The same setup. You're on your bum, lift your feet, and tap that ball to either side. If those are a little too advanced for you, having your feet in the air, you can do them with your feet on the floor and just twist. So there are ways to modify that exercise if having your feet up is just a little too much just yet. Planks. There are many planks that you can do. The standard is either on your forearms or push-up planks. So a push-up plank is just like you're in a push-up position. You want to make sure your shoulder, elbow, and wrist are in alignment. You can have your feet wide apart. You can have them close together. If being up like this is too much, you can do these on your knees. Same for the elbow plank. Some people like to have their hands together, some out to the sides. Again, you want your shoulder and your elbow to be in alignment. There are also side planks. Again, shoulder, elbow, wrist in alignment. Then you would switch and do the other side. You can do military planks, where you start in a push-up position and go down on your elbows and come back up. Lots of planks that you can do, and any of those can be done where you're using your knees to help modify that particular plank, whichever one you'd like to do for the minute. It's up to you.